And it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Royce O'Neal is out there with Durant. Then it's Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's done in at the two spot. Now the Timberwolves with it. It's a three-point game. To the inside. Randall passes to McDaniels. For the three. The rebound by Richards. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Richards. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Booker. Takes the three. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot. A consistent three-point shooter.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Now done after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Durant against Randall. KD's shot is good.
Just working his way inside there. Durant so good at just finding his shot all over the court.
For three, Edwards. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And he makes good on the layup.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
The drive by Booker. A kick out to O'Neal. Back to Booker. Durant with a screen on McDaniel. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Booker's got 6 points.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Here's DiVincenzo. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Outside for Randall. Beyond the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, an underrated ball handler. Randall can beat you off the dribble. He keeps pressure on the defense.
Booker looking around. Outside, KD. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, this is a testament to how competitive Durant is, able to score against physical defenders.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year, 86% from the stripe. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The drive by Booker, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Here's Edwards out to the wing. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside for Randall. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And another three for Minnesota.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
KD a screen on McDaniel. Booker the pass to Durant. A kick out to O'Neal. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Left side, Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. He gets it up. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
Here's Booker outside for Durant. Booker is screen on Randall. Shoots over McDaniel. The shot by KD. No good. Timberwolves leading by 3. And here is McDaniel. Outside for Randall. Pass to DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Suns trail by 3. Booker outside. KD a screen. There's the triple. And the Suns miss again. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Out to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Durant. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
A solo fast break. McDaniels against Booker. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Outside Durant. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, whoa, a little extra right there from Edwards.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
For Minnesota, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Durant against Randall. Durant inside.
What effort from Randall putting in work on the defensive end.
Phoenix no good that time either. Outside Edwards. Randall outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. O'Neal kicks to Booker. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Offensive rebound. Here is Durant. To halt the run, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Run against Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Booker is screen on DiVincenzo. KD against McDaniel. From deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. .35 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Randall against Bol. And here's Edwards from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Beal dishes the Bol. DiVincenzo against Beal. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot is good.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Timberwolves.
It could go. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 11. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. We've got Grayson Allen. Martin is out there with Bol. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Beal in at the 1. Suns trail by 9. Pass to Bol. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Bol's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you can't forget about Bol's range. After all, big men like him are expected to take the 3 in today's game.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
And Beal kicks to Plumlee. Nobody near Allen. Another three for Phoenix.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Takes it inside. Out to Miller. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Beal has the athletic ability to finish strong at the rim.
Inside. Left side, Miller. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Plumlee. 4 on the shot clock. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Allen inside. Outside for Beal. Plumlee sets the pick for Beal. Launches it. Rebound, Minnesota. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Alexander Walker finds Reed.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Beal, the pass to Bull. Allen outside. There's the screen. Takes a three. Connects from three-point range. Allen's got 6 points in the quarter.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Right wing. Now Reed. Pass to Shannon. Buries it from three-point range. Shannon's got the lead up to 13 now for Minnesota.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Ball's knocked loose. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Beal fires from way outside. And the Suns get it back. Allen outside. Pass to Bull. 5 to shoot. Minot pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Alexander Walker. And here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Those three-pointers off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Randall, a screen on O'Neal. Outside for Randall. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
And that is a big man rumbling downhill. Randall is an excellent pick-and-roll partner.
KD can't get it to go.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Suns trail by 19. Booker outside. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Booker. Fires for three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Edwards looking it over. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Sinks the three-pointer.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Outside, KD. To the middle. Here's Richards. It's good. Richards got his first 2 points.
And we mentioned Durant's scoring ability often, but they're showing how good of a passer he can be.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. O'Neal outside. Outside for KD. Booker with the screen for Durant. No good on the shot.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's McDaniels. That three off the mark. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. KD against Edwards. The three. The shot by KD. No good. Timberwolves leading by 22. Outside Edwards. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
And finished off by KD.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. The Suns have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Goes up on the wing. Durant with another miss.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Edwards.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Edwards against Dunn. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Handle no good. And KD's got the ball here for the Suns. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Yep, it counts.
And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from deep, also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
That doesn't go either for Durant. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
Sports. We have the NBA. All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. They've got De'Aaron Fox. He's out there with Castle. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Barnes. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the four-man position. And for the Timberwolves, Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
McDaniels finds Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And one of the stronger finishers in this game, Anthony Edwards at his best.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch, and they have to deal with one of the quickest guys in the league in De'Aaron Fox. Coach told me it's almost impossible to stay in front of De'Aaron, so we'll try to give whoever is guarding him help, especially if Fox gets rolling. We'll see how that plan works.
And Allie, thanks. Rebound by San Antonio. Fox outside. Wembanyama, screen on Edwards. Pass to Castle. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Wembanyama, screen on McDaniels. Wembanyama up top. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
And here's Edwards outside. On target from range. Edwards got 5 now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
The 3 from Wembanyama. The shot comes out. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. That one falls.
Great awareness from Ant to locate his teammate for the score.
Spurs trail by 5. Here's Fox. And the basket is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Clock at 6. Reid for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And how about Edwards keeping his head up and spotting the open man?
Wembanyama, pass to Barnes. Here's Castle. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Minnesota leading by 4. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Fox left side. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Ooh, that's some lightning speed right there as Fox earns himself a trip to the line.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Now here's Randall. Pass to McDaniels. Randall, a screen on Barnes. Here's McDaniels. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
41 seconds left in the first. To the middle. Oh, Fox with a steal. Here's the break. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Fox, that's good.
And when Fox, he's hitting consistently from deep, it opens up the floor for him and his teammates.
Edwards looking it over. There's 21 seconds left in the opening quarter. Stolen by Wembanyama. And here they go. Pass to Castle. The three is up. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McDaniels. Reed for 3. Fires in the triple. Reed's got 6 points.
That was just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Timberwolves ahead, up 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Wembanyama. Wow, that wiry strength of Wemby. Wembanyama.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
There's a screen. Fox against DiVincenzo to the paint. Edwards can't hit.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Three-pointer, no good. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside Reed from outside the arc. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Randall outside. Back to Daniels. Just 4 to shoot. Reed finds Randall. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Spurs trail by 5. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Mamukelashvili. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams and miss out on those big guys.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Oh, De'Aaron Fox finishing in transition.
In the open, few better than Fox. A great finisher with tremendous speed.
Outside Edwards. Outside for Randall. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Fox against McDaniels. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. The three from Wembanyama. Edwards pulls it in. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 3-point lead. Inside, DiVincenzo. Glaze it up and in off the pretty assist.
Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, a compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt or I would have been out of the league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
Back to Fox. 5 on the clock. Launches a three. Out to the right wing. Outside Wembanyama. Here's Wemby. Basket counts. Wembanyama's got 9 points.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
Here's DiVincenzo, and that one is stuffed right through.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Castle for three. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. 5 points in the game.
Well, when the three ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely difficult to defend.
And it's Randall with the jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. Spurs trail by 5. Fox feeling it out a bit. Wembanyama, screen on McDaniels. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. 30 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here we go. Here's Edwards. Oh! Edwards finishes the break.
You can't lose sight of where Edwards is in transition. He can be so explosive in these situations.
Here's Fox. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Pass to Reed. Goes up on the wing, and that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 5. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Well, without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
So, on the floor for San Antonio. Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Bassi in at center, locking down the middle. Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together, and the future looks bright.
Here's Sohan. No good. That would have tied it. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Pass to Minot. Here's Shannon for three. That shot missing. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. To the inside. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And I love the physical play from Sohan inside, mixing it up with the defense and drawing the foul.
He's perfect from the line this time. Minnesota's gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. Outside Johnson. On the wing, Vassell. They set the screen. Pass to Bassi. Back to Vassell. Shot clock at 6. Into the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 1.
And this team encourages Vassell to take initiative. Outstanding drive.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Miller, the pass to Alexander Walker. Miller, a screen on Johnson. Here's Alexander Walker. Nifty move. Miller, he's open. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Vassell outside. He drops it from range. Vassell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Vassell has no conscience behind the arc. He will not hesitate to get it up.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Tight defense on him. And he comes up with a bucket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Vassell outside. Basket's good. Vassell's got 7.
More Vassell scores inside, the more it frees up his mid-range game. That is essential to his success.
And the 11th pick in 2020. Devin Vassell was drafted for his defense. But Richard, his shot creation has come a long way.
Yeah, he's very comfortable handling and operating in the mid-range. One of his best ranges. He's moved past that 3 and D tag, and he's showing he can do so much more.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sidelines.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Out to the right wing. Here's Minot, covered by Johnson. Gobert against Vassell. Here's Minot. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 13-4 run. Back to Vassell. Fires for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. There's the triple. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Gobert. Miller outside. Outside, Alexander Walker. Puts up a 3. Sohan with a rebound. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
The offensive rebound. Here's Bassi. Pass to Champagny. Vassell outside. Jacks up a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. The 3-ball. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Spurs. They're up by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at point guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Down low, Mamukelashvili. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
You can tell Castle values the chance to set another guy up. He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
Edwards, a pass to Randle. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
Fox against DiVincenzo. And there's the drive. 6 to shoot.
We've talked about this. Fox has all the tools to be a great defender.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Inside. A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Castle. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, he powers through contact. Wembanyama, impressive.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Reed, a screen on Fox. The 3, DiVincenzo. San Antonio with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Fox, right side. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 9. Randle on the screen. Edwards, a pass to Randle. And Minnesota with possession here. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Edwards. The 3. Tries again. High post Reed. And that's an intentional foul.
De'Aaron Fox. 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Edwards for 3. Oh, a deep 3 from Anthony Edwards.
And how about the deep ball right there? Edwards looking comfortable from way outside the arc.
Wembanyama, screen on McDaniels. Wembanyama, high post, working on Reed. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wembanyama, stolen by Reed. Edwards against Barnes. Randle inside, and he makes it on the layup. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead.
Oh, a rugged competitor. Randle's teammates trust his ability to make plays in big moments.
Poke loose. Pass to Castle. He can't get it to go. Minnesota's got 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Reed finds Randle. A minute 39 left in the fourth quarter. Here.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Here's Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Oh, it's Wemby.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Randle on the screen. Outside, DiVincenzo drops in the 3.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Here's Castle. DiVincenzo covering. The three from Wembanyama. Oh, nails the triple.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
DiVincenzo against Fox. Up top, Edwards. To the inside. Reed. Count it!
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
He's not going to let this game get away from them. He's going to get to the bucket and get them points.
Pass to Castle. Outside Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot.
Yes! And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Spurs substitution, number 20.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Reed to screen on Vassell. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did.
Both these teams, of course, Greg, strong in rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Barnes, and it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 slot.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
Booker looking around. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Castle. Quick shot there, and it's off target. On the wing, Booker to the paint. KD finds Booker. Back to Durant from outside the arc. Drills the three-pointer.
Boy, no hesitation right there. You see Kevin Durant assertive on the offensive end.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. Now, he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And Doris, one guy who rarely has an off night, Devin Booker.
He has been the model of consistent excellence, Kevin. This guy's so efficient, so productive, all about winning. I am not sure Devin Booker gets the credit he deserves for the level he's at every night.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The wide open look for Durant. Good. A nice assist from Booker. KD's got 6.
Boy, Kevin Durant, the quick release and from distance.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Back to Fox. The 3. Good on the three-point shot. 5 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Booker. Out to KD. Another shot. A rebound by the Spurs.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And you just have to have an appreciation how under control Fox plays. I like watching him work the ball through the D in that pick and roll.
Now here's Booker. Pocket 4. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
I think what takes people by surprise is how well Kevin Durant moves at his size. Just so good coming off the screen.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Suns making a change here. Bowles checked in. Now, here's Fox. 5 points in the game. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Dunn looking over the floor. Wembanyama against Durant. And finished off by KD.
Easy money for the Slim Reaper. Nice finish.
San Antonio trailing here. Outside, Fox. Here's Kelishvili, guarded by KD, banked in off the glass.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Booker outside. Outside, KD. Back to Booker, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
San Antonio ball.
.26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. They set the pick. A three-pointer off the mark. High post, KD. Wembanyama on him. Booker the pass to KD. With 1 on the clock. And it's good. Hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the...
Officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quick.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. The Suns on top. They're up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second. Second quarter on 2K Sports. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Durant is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Bull. Then there's Dunn, and it's Booker in at the point. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. Over Booker. Wembanyama, no good.
Boy, a miss like that would drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. And with his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks. Fades. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Castle. The kick out to Barnes. Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. And Bull sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. Down low. Pass to Bull. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
Kevin Durant just understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line proof of him getting to the efficiency we always look to.
The kick out to Fox. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Booker outside. Durant sets a screen for Booker. A kick out to O'Neal. Shoots over Fox. And O'Neal gets it to go. And the Suns lead by 5. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Here's Durant.
Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty creativity. KD at the rim.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Here's Booker. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Fox. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Booker inside, and a dunk by Booker.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Wembanyama outside. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, KD. And KD throws it down.
But Kevin Durant has the kind of handle and creativity to get by defensive players off the dribble drive. Nicely done.
Fox goes in. Pass to Castle. Oh, good with the triple. Booker outside. O'Neal outside. A 3-ball. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Phoenix Suns. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 20. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie in at the 2 spot. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Outside, Beal. Inside. Kicks it out to Allen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Allen's got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Suns moving the ball around, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
They grabbed their own miss. It's Vassell on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Drops in the tray. Vassell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Allen surveying the D. Martin against Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Martin missing. Spurs trail by 12. Lets the 3 fly. Vassell outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. Vassell's got 6 here in this quarter.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
Allen kicks to Beal. He lobs it up. Stolen away. Johnson with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Pass to Bassie. Vassell outside. Here's Bassie. Johnson from outside. The rebound by Richard. To the inside. Plumlee, no luck. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Beal, the pass to Richards. Back to Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, Bradley Beal gets into the mid-range. Let's remember, this is a 3-level scorer. He will take what you give him.
Vassell, the pass to Bassie. Vassell, right side. Here's the screen. Pass to Bassie. Back to Vassell. And the 3-ball is good. Vassell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Vassell against Beal. Shoots over Vassell. Beal can't get it to go.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Back to Vassell. Off target from outside. Suns leading by 6. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
32 seconds left here in the third quarter. Booker outside. KD sets the pick for Booker. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Phoenix, no good that time either. On offense, here are the Spurs. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And that one's good, Kelishvili.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Suns lead by 3. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. They've got Dunn. Durant is out there with Bol. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. Who's out there for Phoenix. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
And the Spurs making a change here. Kelishvili is checked in.
known for his strong defense, Castle is someone any coach would love to have. He is a hard-working rookie.
Durant, good.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
And Booker kicks to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And it's Fox with the jam.
I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Here's KD. And finished off by KD.
Boy, doesn't get any. And just goes to work.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. San Antonio making a switch here. Soham's checked in. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Here's Durant. Durant finishing it off in transition.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Vassell, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Vassell against Dunn. And Benyama outside. This one for three. Rebound by the Suns. Bulls got 4 rebounds now tonight. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
I love that Devin Booker isn't afraid to mix things up on the offensive end, trying to score inside and does just that.
Pass to Wembanyama. Nobody near Barnes. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Oh, that is absolutely monumental. And you have to admire the way Barnes carries himself right now. I love his poise.
Booker the pass to Bull. Good defense by Wembanyama.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Durant. In close, Durant gets the bucket.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
Down against Vassell. Wembanyama passes to Vassell. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And Booker gets to Durant. Dunn outside. Just 5 to shoot. Over Sohan. KD's shot is good. KD's got 12 points here in the second half.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Wembanyama, a screen. 51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. To tie it up. Phoenix grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. KD looking around. Got it.
Late in the game. Up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Vassell against Dunn. Three-pointer. Vassell, no good. Now here's Durant. So the Suns win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olmers, this is
Tonight, we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So it's Phoenix now, following the score by Minnesota. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
What a finish. Love to see that kind of explosiveness from Booker.
DiVincenzo against Booker. The kick out to Edwards. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It goes on Kevin Durant. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Booker. And here they come. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Gobert with it. And there's a whistle. That one goes on Royce O'Neal. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Suns. It's a three-point game. Hits a three-pointer. Edwards has got 6 points.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Durant with a screen on McDaniels. Durant on the attack. Back to Booker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And stolen by Edwards. Here's the 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Oh, boy, look at the quickness to create space. Edwards puts defenders right on their heels.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Hits the trifecta. 5 points in the game.
And I like how Booker is selective taking threes. Makes it count when he does take one.
Edwards can't hit. And so Durant will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 6. And stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Randle. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. And that one's good by Durant.
How do you defend him any better than this? I mean, Durant, just an incredible scorer.
DiVincenzo with it. Done in his pocket. Edwards looking it over. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Booker. Oh, wow! Oh,
watch out below.
Big finish.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
Good on the second one. Suns trail by 10. To the paint. Outside for Booker. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Edwards against Durant. For three, Randall. Offensive board. Up and overdone. McDaniels with it. Durant covering. Clock at 6. Gobert with a screen on Booker. And here's Edwards outside. Connects from downtown. Edwards got 17 points.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
For three, Durant nails it from 3. Durant's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Domination. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
They've got Royce O'Neal. Kevin Durant is out there with Bol. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Dunn in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Edwards with it. He's against O'Neal. Gobert is doubled. Edwards for 3. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Durant. Rebound, Minnesota.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself. Well, that dribble gives KD the momentum he needs, and you can see his teammates already loading up with smiles as he explodes to the cup.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And here's Edwards outside. Bol grabs the board. Suns trail by 11. Durant inside. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. DiVincenzo with a screen on Durant. Outside Edwards. They grab their own miss. Randall a screen on Durant. Outside Edwards. Sends it home from three-point land. Edwards got 23.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Durant looking around. Randall with a steal. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Booker. With the teardrop. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards with it. Dunn in his pocket. Outside Edwards. Edwards on the move. And Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Booker against McDaniels. Pass to Dunn. Outside Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick to Durant. Lets the 3 fly. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves lead by 16. And here's McDaniels. Pure from 3-point range. McDaniels got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And Booker with the jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Booker goes in. And Booker with the jam.
Wow. Booker doing whatever it takes to get to the basket. Totally fearless.
And Edwards slams it in.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
And Booker's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half. It's a one-on-one situation.
Just doing it solo. Love seeing McDaniels grab that steal and take off and convert.
Here's Durant, and it's slammed in by Durant.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
And DiVincenzo able to stretch the floor, spread the defense out, especially with how accurate he is from deep.
It's blocked by Gobert. And they'll keep possession. Dunn outside. Three-pointer off the mark. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Naz Reid, and it's Garza in at the 4. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. Allen outside. They set a pick. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up, Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
Here's Shannon. Another miss by Minnesota. Boy, the Suns are struggling. Pass to Martin. Back to Richards. Allen on the wing. Takes the 3. Buries it from 3. Allen's gotten 4 this quarter.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Phoenix on D. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Pass to Shannon. 4-3. Drains the triple. Shannon's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Up top, Beal. Covered by Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. Beal, the pass to Allen. Lets it fly. Ah, nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Over to the left wing. Reed in the post. He's against Allen. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Beal, the pass to Martin. Here's Plumlee. Back to Martin. From the wing, Reed with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
1:41 left in the third quarter. Here's Beal. Soft touch off the glass.
The defender did what he could, but Beal read it perfectly and made something happen.
Alexander Walker with it. No points yet. From deep. Oh, swiped away.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide open man.
Reed sets a screen. Now here's Alexander Walker, tightly guarded. Reed in the post, covered by Richards. Let's go with a 3. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Phoenix making some changes. O'Neal, he's checked in for Martin. Dunn comes in for Allen. And it's Booker in for Beal. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Pass to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Plumlee, a screen on DiVincenzo. Booker surveying the floor. Shot clock at 6. Right at the free throw line. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, Booker sees how they're defending him and just takes what's there.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. On the take. The kick out to Edwards. Knocks down the long J. Edwards got 33.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Royce O'Neal is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Bol, then there's Devin Booker, and it's Duff. Oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
A ridiculous slam!
Yeah!
That was nice.
Insane throwdown right there.
Here's Booker. McDaniels with the rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And here's Edwards outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Edwards has got 38 points.
Or a great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
McDaniels against Booker. Pass to Durant. Booker against DiVincenzo. Booker, good.
If there's anything Booker can't do on a basketball court, I want to know all about it, because tonight he's doing it all.
Randall can't hit. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Fires the three. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds now. Randall with it. Durant covering. Pass to Edwards. Randall's got room. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Durant against Randall. Durant has the open look. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league. Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Durant for 3. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Picked by Gobert. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Bowl. And now the Suns fast break. Tries to break his ice. And Durant gets it to go.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Dunn. Booker with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. Three-pointer O'Neal. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Takes it inside. Up and in on the layup. Edwards got 7 points here in the quarter.
Edwards is a load to stop on the bounce simply because he's got a football player's build.
Outside Durant. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Outside Edwards. From the arc. They get it again. Second chance shot. Pass to McDaniels. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Phoenix has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Randall against Durant. Dunn outside. Back to Durant. Drives to the hoop. And it's slammed in by Durant.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Rebounded by Dunn. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Booker. Had the space there, but it's offline. Now Edwards. Takes a 3. Off target with the shot. And so it's Minnesota. Easily. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill.
into two. Sports and checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He is joined by McDaniel. Naz Reid out there with Randall, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. And for San Antonio, we've got Fox. He's out there with Castle. And Wembanyama's out there with Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the four-man position.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Gray.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
6 to shoot. Edwards drives in. And finished off by Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. And a miss there on the triple. Now the Timberwolves with it. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniels.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta body him up down low.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, but he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Here's Castle after the basket by Minnesota. They set the pick. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
It's intercepted. Here's Fox driving inside.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league. Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Here's Reid, and Reid throws it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Fox, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Reid. Three-pointer. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama left side. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And how about the vision from Castle, spotting that opening and making the pass on time?
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Count it. McDaniels got his second basket.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Now, here's Fox. Launches a three, cranes the three-pointer. Fox has got 7 points in the game.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the three.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Fox. Reed the pass to Edwards. From the arc. Cans it from downtown. He's got 5.
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
Pass to Castle. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Edwards. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And also, they've been draining mid-range jump shots, measuring the defense well, and just taking what they give them.
Fox is out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the power forward position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. So it's Minnesota now. After the basket by San Antonio.
Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. It's Randall with the drive. Edwards inside. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Castle. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Edwards. Randall with a screen for Edwards. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Castle. He's got 6. Wembanyama outside. Outside, Fox. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. San Antonio again missing. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too. So I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Randall with a screen for Edwards. To the middle. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And once again, Coach, this storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
And Fox is a solid passer, knows how to get the ball to his guys when they're ready to let it go.
Right side, Edwards. DiVincenzo against Fox. To the paint. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Wembanyama down low. Guarded by Reed.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the mess.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
And the wide open shot from Reed. And another three for Minnesota.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. You love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Outside for Wembanyama. Shoots the three. Wembanyama, what a high release on the three.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Out to Edwards. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
Wembanyama finds Fox. No good from outside. That will count. That one, no good. It's been all about Jaden McDaniels for the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Jaden McDaniel.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Gobert, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Miller. And it's Shannon in at the shooting guard position. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster. But everyone builds on the players who came before them. And the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation for it.
Now, here's Vassell. Pass to Bassi. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Minot. Defended by Sohan.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Champagnie. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Vassell.
Right here.
Down low. Here's Sohan. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 3. Such an interesting player, isn't he, Coach? Jeremy Sohan. He played a lot of point guard during his second season.
Yeah, Kevin, the Spurs experimented with Sohan at the 1. It was a bit unconventional. They went away from it later in the year. But that experience as a point guard will continue to help his playmaking ability as his career progresses.
Here's Vassell. Following the 3 by Minnesota. Pass to Bassi. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Hangs home the trifecta. Bassi's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, Alexander Walker. Scoreless thus far. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Now, here's Vassell. Pass to Champagny. Back to Vassell. Here's Bassi. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Vassell. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Alexander Walker on the wing. And here's Gobert. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Spurs trail by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Vassell outside. To the inside. And he can't jam it through.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
Here's Alexander Walker. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Now, here's Vassell. He's covered closely. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Bassi. Over Gobert. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. He takes it in. Here's Minot. Alexander Walker with the ball. Here's Shannon. Defended by Sohan. Now, Alexander Walker. It's blocked. Vassell outside. And the dunk by Sohan.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, Alexander Walker. Drives to the hoop. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Castle is out there with Fox. Then it's Barnes. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 slot. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Yeah, an underrated ball handler. Randall can beat you off the dribble. He keeps pressure on the defense.
And Randall throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
McDaniels with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Randall's never been one to back down from physical play inside, and he's not going to start now.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Here's Fox. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Here's Edwards. Here's the drive. And Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Here's Castle. Wembanyama. Wembanyama on the follow.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Randall with a screen for Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Castle.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the way up.
And Edwards drops them both. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Left side, Edwards. Pass to Randall. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Reed. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 16. Here's Castle. Stolen by McDaniels. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Reed misses. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Shot from the top of the key. The shot's good from DiVincenzo. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Reed with a screen for Edwards. For 3. San Antonio with the rebound.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Minnesota.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony. What a sweet jam by Edwards.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Here's Castle, guarded by Reed. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Randall from outside. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 14-point game. Reed with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Here's McDaniels. Misses the three. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Edwards dishes to Randall. From deep three-point land. Edwards can't hit. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A three from Wembanyama. Drills it from outside. And here's Edwards. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And in the win, a comfortable win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So...
Happy to have you with us. So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. They've got Kevin Durant, also Royce O'Neal out there, Devin Booker out there with Nick Richards, and it's Dunn in at the 2. And for the Spurs, Barnes and Sohan, your small and power forwards. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Dunn goes in. Oh, Fox with a steal. Back come the Spurs in transition. Here's Sohan. Yes, and a nice assist from Fox.
So good at keeping his balance through contact. Sohan showing some poise right there.
Well, Richard, I know you had the pleasure of guarding Kevin Durant. Not an easy assignment. What was that like?
You're right, B.A. I had the pleasure of guarding him in the NBA Finals. And let's say it was not the easiest of tasks. He's become such a complete player, there's no way to stop him. He takes what you give him, and he kills you with it.
Now here's Durant. 5 to shoot. Fades and shoots. San Antonio with a rebound.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox can be so slippery on the drive, making those little adjustments to get by the defense.
Now here's Booker. To the middle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Fox. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Off target from outside.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Now here's Barnes, and the three-pointer goes.
Showing the point guard instincts there. Fox with great vision.
Outside Booker, looking to end the run. And Booker with the jam.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
Fox, and he drives in to the wing on the left. Wembanyama finds Barnes. Dunn with a steal. Booker, the pass to Durant. That one goes in.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts take over, helping him find a path to that difficult shot.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Moments ago, Greg Popovich and I were able to chat. I asked Coach what the game plan is for Kevin Durant. They remarked, hope KD misses a few shots. A 7-footer with his skill should be illegal. Durant is a legend, but our guys are hyped to face off with him. Let's see if their energy can slow Durant down a little bit, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. The 3, Durant nails it from beyond the arc. Durant's got 5 now.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
The 3 from Wembanyama. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. Outside Booker. Outside O'Neal. There's the 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain.
Now here's Booker. Outside Durant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Jeremy Sohan. And you look at how Durant is playing at his age. He's still as elite as it gets, RJ.
You don't lose skill. KD could play into his 40s if he wanted to. That shot isn't going away, and he's always going to be tall. He will be one of the best scorers every time he laces it up.
Now here's Fox. Off target with the three. 52 seconds left in the first quarter here. O'Neal on the wing. From downtown, gets the three ball to go.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
Sohan, right side, right wing. Here's Castle, Booker defending. Goes up from the top of the key. Here's Wembanyama. The three from Barnes. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Outside Booker. 12 seconds left to play in the first.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Fox outside. He gets it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Barnes in at the three. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. 4 on the clock. Here's Durant, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama screen. Fox with the ball. Guarded now by Bull. Out to Fox. From behind the arc. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down hard.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Done right side. Durant surveying the D. With the fadeaway. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Durant's got 11.
Oh, just beautiful poetry in motion. It is so fun watching Kevin Durant shoot the rock.
Wembanyama, no good.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's some times that you miss.
To the wing, right side. Bull, a good look. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. Sohan, pass to Wembanyama.
Suns foul. Done. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Fox. Defense is right there. This one for 3. Ooh, Fox making him pay from deep.
And when Fox, he's hitting consistently from deep, it opens up the floor for him and his teammates.
Richard, the first winner of the NBA Clutch Player of the Year, De'Aaron Fox.
And he's great late in games because he's so quick. You got to give him space. But he's improved his outside shot, so you can't just lay off of him. Makes him a little tough to guard, especially late.
The kick to Durant. The 3. Barnes with the rebound.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Booker. And the Suns miss again. Fox with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Barnes passes to Fox. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Booker surveying the D. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, the slam! Get up, Devin!
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Double team on Fox. Outside Wembanyama. Sohan, left side. Fires the three. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Dunn. And that one is hammered home.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. No one covering. Castle's got his first 3 points of the game.
Always ready to fire. Castle wasting no time.
Outside Booker. On the wing, Durant. There's 49 seconds left in the half. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And Fox has got the ball here for the Spurs. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Castle for 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds now. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Phoenix shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
This is who you want at the line, and Booker gets himself there a lot.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The kick to Durant. Shot clock at 5. From the high post. Not enough on that one as it misses. Pass to Castle. And that one drops for him. Castle's got 5 points.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And so it's San Antonio. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
On the floor for Phoenix, they've got Cody Martin, Mason Plumlee out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Allen in at the shooting guard position.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Allen with a screen on Vassell. Beal, the pass to Allen. From outside, off the mark.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
His playmaking is trending in the right direction. Vassell has shown steady growth in that area.
Suns trail by 11. Allen attacking. Martin outside. Back to Allen. Out to Beal. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. But let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Grayson Allen's shooting gets a lot of attention, Richard, but his efficiency is also impressive.
No, it's his shooting and efficiency that causes problems for defenses. When he's on the floor, there will be much more space for everyone else to work.
Pass to Richards. Back to Allen. Stolen by Vassell. Back come the Spurs in transition. Champagne's shot is off. Allen inside, and Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
Beal against Vassell. And here's Beal. No points so far. Here's Allen with the drive. Drops in the layup for two.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Spurs lead by 9. Vassell outside. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Champagnie. Down low. Here's Mamukelashvili. Allen defending. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Allen outside. Pass to Beal. Fires from deep. Rebound by San Antonio. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Vassell with it. Martin picks him up. Johnson with it. The three is up. Plumlee pulls down the board. Tipped away. And here's Richards.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Beal. Nice D from Vassell.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks.
Passes like this demonstrate leadership. Vassell wanting to find his open teammates.
Allen outside. Beal outside. To end the run. Pass to Richards. Clock at 6. Johnson against Martin. Here's Plumlee. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Spurs lead by 17. Vassell with it. Yet to see a basket. Here's Bassi. Back to Vassell. Three-pointer. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Allen, the pass to Richards. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
The smart move, using a little pump fake to get all the time he needed to go hard to the basket.
Yeah, it's just a simple move, but it looks so beautiful when it works. Reminds me of you, Grant.
Oh, I appreciate that, B.A.
Out to Beal. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by San Antonio. Pass to Johnson. Back to Vassell. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. San Antonio on top. They lead by... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Barnes and Sohan, your small and power forwards. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Castle for 3. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists in the game. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Phoenix, trailing by 19. Dunn outside. Outside Durant. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And sometimes you are just at Kevin Durant's mercy. No matter what you do, he's still going to score.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul.
And I love the physical play from Sohan inside, mixing it up with the defense and drawing the foul.
He does not get the second one. Suns trail by 16. On the wing, Durant, covered by Wembanyama. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. The Spurs have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Sohan outside, launches it, rejected by Bol. And they're on the run. Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time. And he'll shoot free throws.
Second team foul.
The first one falls.
De'Aaron Fox.
And Bol drops them both. San Antonio leading by 14. Pass to Wembanyama. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. No good on the 3. For Phoenix, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Outside Booker. And Booker with the jam.
At his size, KD is able to see the floor so well, and it helps him make passes just like that.
Fox, the pass to Barnes. The 3 from Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Here's Fox. Sohan outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Three-pointer. And they get it back. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got 6 in the quarter.
And you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
A minute 58 left in the fourth. Here's Durant. Bull up top. Takes a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 11. Pass to Castle from deep. Phoenix grabs the miss. Done with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Now here's Durant. Not a lot of room. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Castle.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Spurs.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Victor Wembanyama.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
Done. The pass to Durant. It's stolen by Fox. There's the 3. San Antonio again can't hit. It's stolen by Wembanyama. The three is up. Offensive rebound. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Launches the three. Not going to go that time. To stop the drought.
Kevin Durant, assistant, Bol.
Here's Sohan. Misses the three. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The